chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement. Sure you can manage the tyres through a lap, so try to keep the wear down through each corner. Be especially careful accelerating on corner exit. If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car...
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Richards, Vettel and Valtteri Bottas. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action. We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Bottas, Hamilton and Richards. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. The weather hasn't been ideal in qualifying. What's your take on it? It's got to be a relief to qualify that far up the grid. How do you feel the competition is for you this season? Well, that's everything.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Richards, Verstappen, Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, Ricciardo, Vettel, Perez and Alexander Albon, Gasly, Kvyat, Esteban Ocon and Stroll, Magnussen, Grosjean, Antonio Giovinazzi and George Russell, Latifi and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, let's give it 100% today, see if we can make a top 10 finish. Position on lap 1, that's not great, but it's not terrible. Stay focused. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. accumulating some wear on the MGU-K. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. We have a very worn-out MGU-K. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire. Rated limits on the MGU-H, the power unit is going to be more prone to overheating. Is 4.4 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. We're leading our teammate by 2.4 seconds. Store is approaching its wear limit. We will be forced to retire if we're not careful. Make sure to discharge your battery properly. Good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Another superb Russian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed. And a good job in traffic as well. I know that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a day where both of these drivers are at the top of their game.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. Everything went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. Appreciate your time.